So this weekend, I learned a huge lesson that had me stop and really start thinking. What if the reason why we are struggling to lead our teams isn't our team's fault at all? I want to share with you what I learned and what I believe every contractor should know. Let's get into this episode. Hey, I'm Shaytoya. I've spent more than 10 years in construction, working behind the scenes in marketing, hiring, and I've seen how overwhelming it can be to grow a business. That's how we've learned to build a sustainable business using clear systems, strong communication, and intentional recruiting. If you're ready for better hiring, smarter remarketing, and a business that doesn't fall apart when you step away, welcome to Building Better Contractor Businesses. So this weekend, I had the opportunity to spend time with NAWIC. And if you do not know what NAWIC is, it's the National Association of Women in Construction. So I had the opportunity to spend time with people who are on the board. And this weekend was a leadership for 2026, summit for 2026. It was filled of women who are in construction, who are board members, and also community leaders. So before we got there, they had us complete something called the Color Code Personality Assessments. And if you've been in business or been a contractor for very long, you've taken some type of color assessment before. And I'll be very, very honest with you. I didn't think much of it first. I thought, okay, another personality test. I've taken hundreds. There was one thing they had asked us to do differently that I've never been asked to do before. They asked us to answer every question based on when we were kids, not who we are today, not who we became because of business or because of life, but only who we naturally were before all of those experiences. That completely changed how I looked at it. When I got back my results, my primary colors were white and my secondary color was yellow. According to the assessment, white is motivated by peace, balance, and kindness, while yellow is motivated by fun, relationships, and living in the moment. But as we start talking about everyone's results, something really clicked for me. And so here's what I've learned. And I learned a lot. I realized, everyone got a different result. Business and life has changed me. Experiences that I've gone through has changed me. And it has forced me to grow in ways that I've never expected to do so. Hosting this podcast has stretched me a lot. The person I am today isn't the person I was 10, 20 years ago. Not because I wanted to change, but because life has required me to grow and go through certain things. I've had to learn how to have difficult conversations. And honestly, I've had to do a lot of them. I've had to learn how to fire people, unfortunately. And to be completely honest with you, it isn't easy at all. I've had to learn to be more confident speaking in front of groups. I've had to learn how to say certain things to get my way. I've had to make decisions that will affect people and their families. Unfortunately, those things do not come naturally to me at all. As someone whose core personality is white, and those skills are still being worked on every day because it still makes me super uncomfortable. But it's not because I wanted to, but it's because life has made me do it through experiences. But it's made me want to because I want to become a better leader. And I personally believe a lot of contractors can relate to this. Anyone who's been in the industry for a very long time can relate to this. When you first start your business, you're probably really great at your trade. You're a great electrician, a great low voltage technician, great at painting, whatever it's that you do, you're great doing that. But what we are not great at, we are not great in business. But those skills to take your business to the next level, those are skills you have to learn and develop to become a better business owner and contractor. But whatever it is, whatever you're good at, Nobody teaches you how to become a business owner. They teach you how to be great at your trade. Within our industry, they may teach you how to pull cables. They teach you how to build, but nobody teaches you how to fire someone. Have those uncomfortable conversations. Nobody teaches you how to encourage an employee who's struggling, how to hold somebody accountable. Those are things we have to learn as we go. And that is what leadership is all about. So I do not think I have become a different person, but I do believe I've had to become a better leader the business needed for me to become. The second lesson actually hit me even harder. As leaders, we naturally believe people should think the way we do. We ask ourselves, why don't they communicate better? Why don't they take ownership? Why don't they move faster? I'm like, move. Why don't they care as I do? But maybe they're just wired differently. They're just different. And honestly, that's okay. They are not supposed to think exactly like you. They're not supposed to communicate exactly like you. And our job is not to create more versions of ourselves. Our job is to help each person become the better version of themselves. It really made me think about our own team. It made me think about my own experiences that I've had in the past, that everybody in our team communicates differently. If I expect everyone to think like I do, I'm just going to frustrate myself. And I've been there. But if I take the time to understand how each person communicates and wants to be communicated to, how they're motivated, how they process information, I will become a better leader. And then I believe that is something that every contractor can improve on. So one of the things that the trainer from this week had spoke about was when it comes to speaking to your team, sometimes we have to speak to people on where they're at. And I know one of the ladies was like, well, I'm not going to bring myself down, but it's not bringing ourselves down, but it's learning how to communicate with others the way that they can understand where you're coming from. And that will help you a lot as a leader. So here's a challenge for you this week. Take a few minutes and think about who you were before you started your business, or who were you before life had changed you, before you had to run payroll, before you had experiences of maybe a loved one passing away, before employees, before late nights, before anything in life had changed you, before you were wearing so many hats in your company. Who were you? Now ask yourself, what leadership skills have I personally developed? And what leadership skills do I need to work on? Because becoming a better contractor starts with becoming a better leader. It starts with understanding yourself first. Because when you understand yourself, you can stop trying to change everyone else. You start learning how to lead them. And I believe that is what makes a great leader. Let's continue building a better contractor business. If you believe that this episode brought you real clarity, be sure to share it with another contractor who also needs it. And if you want to keep this conversation going, be sure to join our community of contractors inside Building Better Contractor Businesses Facebook group. This is a community where we talk through the real problems that you are having in your business. The link will be found in our show notes. And remember, we are not just completing projects. We are building better contractor businesses. I will see you next time.